the past week, the nation's attention was centered on the censure debate or the no confidence motion against the government and the Flood Relief Operation Command, where the spotlight was on the head of Frog or Prasha Promnok, the Justice Minister. And there's been many debates, Kunmina, about the supplies not being handed out, the mismanagement of water, but particularly to sum it up, Justice Minister Prasha Promnok has survived a two-day censure debate in Parliament over his performance in tackling the flood crisis. Of all 489 MPs present in Parliament this morning, 273 voted to support Prasha, while 188 MPs voted against him. 5 MPs abstained from voting, while 15 MPs were present but did not participate in voting. Prasha was singled out for the censure debate as the opposition sought to grill him and inflict harm in the overall government's mismanagement and alleged corruption in handling the worst floods in 5 decades. Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra was not the target of the censure debate since she had assigned Prasha to head the Flood Relief Operations Center, which has centralized all government ministries and agencies under its directive to tackle the floods. The floods devastated vast areas of the kingdom, disrupted production chain, and destroyed farmland and left more than 600 people dead. Prasha's work was grossly inadequate, said opposition Democrat Party lawmaker Jurin Laksana Visit on Sunday. He claimed that both the state's flood aid budget and private donations had been embezzled by ruling party officials. The widespread floods were not only caused by nature, but also a failure of the Flood Relief Operation Command to deal with the situation, Jurin told the parliament. Another Democrat Party lawmaker, Apirak Gosayotin, said the government's appointment choices were squarely to blame for what he called a lackluster response to the crisis. The government has not arranged for the appropriate people to be in key jobs, which has caused the assistance for flood-affected people to be very slow and inefficient, he told Parliament. Prasha denied his record and denied the corruption allegations, telling the parliament that ruling Pheu Thai lawmakers had worked tirelessly to help their constitutions during the floods. The motion also took aim at a reported royal pardon for fugitive ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra. Jurin said the opposition could no longer trust the justice minister after the cabinet secretly passed the royal pardon plan, which we believe was meant to help one person. The government last week ruled out a royal pardon for Thaksin, who lives abroad to escape a jail term for corruption after strong criticism from the opponents to a recorded draft decree. And joining us in our program is Kun Sirichoke, Sopha, member of parliament from Songkhla, or also from the opposition party, the Democrat Party. Good afternoon, Kun Sirichoke.
Good afternoon.
Kun Sirichoke, although that the opposition was outvoted this morning in its attempt to oust Justice Minister Prasha Promnok, how do you score the performance of the opposition during this two-day censure debate?
I think we did quite well because we have actually shown to the Thai people beyond reasonable doubt that government has mismanaged the water and has mismanaged the way the flood relief supplies were not delivered to the Thai people in time and caused such hardship to the Thai people. And we also proved to the Thai people beyond reasonable doubt that Kun Prasha, as the head of flood relief operation center, has really broken the law by actually appointing 4 Thai MPs to a committee which managed the flood relief supplies, which really was an offense. So overall, we did quite well.
Do you think the public was well informed about the censure debate?
I think so, because the debate took place on Sunday, and people were resting on that day. So they were not working, so most of them would probably be watching television and watching the debate. So I think we have provided a lot of information regarding what the government has done wrong to the Thai people. We may lose in parliament, but I think we will win many votes from Thai people on this matter.
I see. Khun Sirichoke, and do you think that this censure debate will lead to any political change or adjustments in part of the government?
We hope that it will benefit the country as a whole, and we hope that the government will heed our advice and do something about Khun Prasha, because as long as he is still the head of the frog, he will cause damage to the country, because a lot of the areas are still flooded. And I think the Prime Minister needs to appoint a new person to look after the frog center.
Yeah, regarding the government's attempt to seek a pardon for the ex-premier Thaksin Shinawatra, what do you think would happen next?
Well, so far they were trying to issue a royal pardon decree, and unfortunately the opposition was able to find out, and in the end were able to stop the government from trying to issue a royal decree, a royal pardon decree. But now the government is seeking another way by issuing amnesty decree, and the government has to do that by passing it through the House, and we'll try our best to block it.
Well, thank you
because
so much.
we believe that by issuing amnesty decree for just one person, it will do a lot of damage to the country's rule of law, and I think that has to be stopped.
Thank you very much, Khun Sirichoke, for joining our program.